Hi there, I'm Noah Bradley. This is Handmade House TV, and on today's episode I'm going to share with you how you can achieve a beautiful handmade house. So stay tuned. Well, alright, once again I want to thank you for tuning in here to Handmade House TV. I really value your attention to my videos, and it really means a lot to me that you would take the few moments of your life and you would spend it here allowing me to share with you. My goal is really to help you achieve the best possible house you can, the dream house. And one of those things is the idea of achieving a beautiful handmade house. So whether or not you want to build a log cabin or a stone home or a timber frame or even a traditional stick-built home, you want it to be the most attractive home possible. And why do you want it to be the most attractive home? Because you want to be able to take pride in it once you get finished. You want to be able to get a lot of joy out of the home you build. You want it to be appreciated for decades, for centuries to come. You don't want to build something and then have regrets or remorse when you get done with it. So how do you achieve something absolutely beautiful? And of course we all like to think that we recognize beauty, that we know how to achieve beauty. Some of us are intimidated about beauty, that it costs too much or somehow or another we're not worthy of it. But the fact is, I've seen many instances where a pile of lumber is delivered to two different job sites, identical piles of lumber, and one individual built something that looked atrocious, looked like it belonged in the lowest possible subdivision that is available, the cheapest type of thing, and another individual took that same pile of lumber and created something actually stunning, actually something beautiful, something to be admired and appreciated. And so it doesn't cost any more to build something beautiful than it does something not so beautiful. And the idea of building your home beautiful is even more critical than other aspects of our life, whether or not we want a beautiful car or we want a beautiful garden. Because first of all, a house is available to so many people to see, and it is around for so long. A car generally wears out in 10-15 years and it's gone. A garden can be changed, but a home is in our environment for decades, if not longer. And so it's really critical that we get our home as beautiful as possible. And another consideration with making our home as attractive as possibly can be is the fact of how much money it costs. It's not like a few $1,000s, or even heaven forbid how much a car costs nowadays. That a used one is $10,000 and a new one could be $30,000 to $50,000. It's insane how much cars cost. But nonetheless, when it comes time to construct a home, I think the average home now is well over $200,000, and people will easily spend a lot more than that in a home. Hopefully you'll get the home as bargain a price as what you possibly can, and that's some of my insights here, like the Bootstrap Building Academy, is how you can build a home for yourself, get the highest quality at the lowest possible price. But nonetheless, if you are going to go out and say you're going to spend $200,000 on the house, wow, you really want it to be as attractive as possible. You want to ensure that you want to be able to get that. And let me do a comparison. If I wanted to buy a painting, a picture for my home, with my skill level, my taste level with art, if my budget was a couple of $100s, I could probably go to Walmart and find myself something that's attractive enough to hang on my particular wall. In fact, I have one painting of a Noah's Ark that is above my mantle that I really liked, and someone that's very close to me is an artist, and he let me know that my taste in art is not as good as what it should be or can be. And so if I wanted a piece of artwork on my wall that was as expensive as a home, $200,000, would I trust the understanding I have of what makes an attractive piece of artwork based upon my skill level and experience, or would I seek to understand what it is that makes good art from bad art? And if it was, how would I do that? And how would I raise my awareness level? How would I raise my taste and my talent in order that if I was going to spend so much money on something, how could I achieve something that would be timeless, that would be appealing to me decades from now, as well as neighbors, future owners, or whatever else of this particular piece, of something that also, that when it came time to sell, liquidate, whatever, that I would be able to recoup my costs. I wouldn't spend $200,000 for something that belongs in a trash can. And so there are two paths that I would take forward, and one would be to self-educate myself. I would visit art galleries. I would explore up and down what it is. If it's hanging in an art gallery, obviously it's a good piece, and there's something to be learned from that. Another thing is that I would go to individuals who create art and learn from them what it is from their perspective that is achieved highest quality, the greatest beauty, the greatest timelessness of what makes true art. And so when it came time to build the most attractive homes myself, to be honest, there wasn't anyone that I could go to really learn what makes an attractive home. And so what I did was I discovered, actually it was through a trip to Colonial Williamsburg, what makes a home attractive for centuries, and the details of that. And then over the course of my entire career of 30 or 40 years of constantly building a home and then reviewing it once I got done, as far as what makes it as attractive as possible. And eventually, as the years go by, you learn more and more. So if you're on a timeline that you've got years to spare, I would highly encourage you to start paying attention to all homes. I can invite you to come over to handmadehouses.com, and I've got 1,000 images over there that you can go through one after another of homes that I feel are attractive, that have something to offer. And also I write typically I write a paragraph or two about the particular photo, about what it appeals to me. And you can go there and you can self-educate yourself to a great degree, as well as going through a lot of the Handmade House TV's episodes here. Now, I did create an academy course, the first course that I ever created for all the handmade house enthusiasts. It's called the Handmade House Academy, and it's a full 8 hours long of basically, that was my core course. That was all that I ever thought that I would actually create, and it was based upon the premise of what happens if I were to have if someone stopped by my house and sat down on the porch with me for 8 hours. What would I share with them about the construction of a handmade house in order to ensure that they ended up with a home that they loved in the end, a home that's beautiful? And I would highly encourage you to consider enrolling in the Handmade House Academy course. You can get it as part of being a full member in the Handmade House Guild. It's just part of the package where I share the basics of not only building your own home, but also of designing your own home. I show you how to do the how I've drawn my own blueprints, how I've designed my own homes. It's fascinating, the number of my homes that have been featured in publications, the amount of rave reviews about how beautiful homes are that I've built, that a lot of people have claimed, how this guy is a master designer of homes. And people are often stunned that I don't have a degree in architecture at all, and yet I've designed 95% of the homes I've built. And it's not because there's anything amazing about me. It is the vast secret behind the construction of beautiful homes about mine is that I have observed what it is. Look to historic homes, look to the ones that have been in the landscape for a long time, discover the secrets of what those homes are, and then merely copy them in the construction of your future home. You can do this yourself. You can build a wonderful home. The guidance that I give you is focused in basically the mid-Atlantic, eastern half of the United States, but it can be attractive worldwide. But regardless of where you live, look to the beautiful homes of old, of what has been in the environment, of what will improve the looks of your landscaping. Don't look to the modern construction that you can find in any subdivision and expect it to look great on your particular property. If you want to get all of the details associated with constructing a beautiful home, you want to get it all laid out, please consider becoming a full member of the Handmade House Guild. And thank you for allowing me to share today. Build the prettiest home you possibly can. There's no reason why you can't build something prettier, better than I've ever built. I'm bringing you right up to the level of what I build today. It's your mission to try to outdo me, to make something really special. And if you build a really special home, something really beautiful, man, I will focus it here on Handmade House TV. I will showcase it to the entire world. If you want to put together your own website and share with the world the progress as you move forward in the construction of your home, I will promote it here. I'll mention it. I'll tell people to make sure and go there and watch that. So please let me know. Keep me posted on that. And anyway, we'll see you here next week on Handmade House TV, where I think I've got another great episode in mind. So we'll see you then. Bye now.